Hey guys, T-Wolf Trader coming at you with another fresh video. Today I'm going to be talking about something that's been requested a lot of me, which is how to create a scan with multiple conditions, one including an oversold condition and at least including one bullish crossover condition. So I'm going to be talking about that today. I've already set up my stock filters as I set them up in the golden crossover video, so if you haven't seen that, you should take a look. But I'm going to go right into adding a study filter. I'm going to be adding a custom study filter. I always prefer a custom because I can really take control of what's going on. I'm going to delete the default. I'm going to go to edit the conditions, and to describe the oversold condition we're going to utilize an RSI. This is a pretty straightforward condition we're going to add here. RSI, we want it to be less than or equal to a value. In this case, the value is going to be 30. Oops. Within one bar. Setting up this study in this way means that our RSI is less than or equal to 30 within one bar, means it's oversold. So we'll go ahead and save that. Now I want to add a separate condition. One of my favorite conditions to add to signal bullish crossovers is the MACD. But not just the MACD, we want the actual MACD histogram. This represents the difference between the MACD minus the signal line. So if the MACD is greater than the signal line, the MACD histogram is positive. So when we have a MACD histogram crossover, when you have it cross over the zero value, you have the start of a bullish trend. In general, I mean, you have to consider other things as well, but that's one signal. And we'll make this pretty loose, because if you make it too tight, you won't have any stocks appear on the scanner. So we'll make it pretty loose. We want this to cross over within the last 5 bars. And then I'm going to go back to the RSI, and I want that to occur within about 3 bars. If you look at your ThinkScript editor, I always like to look at this so I can have it in a readable format. RSI is less than or equal to 30 within 3 bars, and MACD histogram crosses above 0 within 5 bars. So I'll go ahead and scan that. While that's scanning, I want to go to the chart and show you what the MACD histogram looks like. So I've already added the MACD and the MACD histogram in this second chart for ALNY, and we can see here that whenever the MACD, which is a cyan colored line, is greater than the signal line, which is the white line, you have a positive MACD and a bullish trend in the stock price. And the larger that difference, the stronger that bullish trend is. And then also it's important to look at your RSI. You know, when your RSI is greater than 70, you have an overbought stock, and it's likely going to turn soon. There's plenty of ways to read the RSI, but I'm not going to go into that here. I think just looking at the stock price, if I were to take a trade anywhere on here, this point looks pretty good, right? We have a MACD crossing over, so we're starting of a bullish trend with a pretty low RSI. It's only at 42 at this point, so that's pretty safe bet. And lo and behold, you can see that after that the bullish trend commences and the RSI starts to rise. Going back to our scan, it didn't scan, so we'll wait for that to do its thing. Now it's completely possible that you run a scan and nothing pops up for the day, and that just means that no conditions were met, or that there's no stock that meets all of your conditions. They're too stringent. So if that happens, I like to go in here and loosen them up a little bit. Maybe 30 was too low. Let's try 45 just to be loose with our tolerances. We'll try to scan that. Ah, there we go. We have TIF appearing. So we're going to go up to our charts, back to our charts, pull up the chart for TIF. And we can see it's not a great looking chart, but does the scan work? Well, the scan identified that MACD histogram crossover as well as an RSI less than 45. So the scan is working. It's just not finding particularly many good stocks to trade in this market, and that's okay. It's okay to just sit on your hands and not take a trade. Alright, well with that, I'll end this video, and if there's any other things you want to see, let me know, and I'll try to respond to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe if you can.